Fuck. Sorry, I don't want to fuck any Koreans. And the Vietnamese. But the focus today is mainly on Koreans, because Korean culture has much large global influence than Vietnam's. Step it up, Vietnam. Alright, I think some of you already know that every year around this time, during the Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival, there are always people who jump out and say, this is not Chinese New Year, this is Lunar New Year, because it's not only Chinese celebrating it. Especially the Koreans are the loyalists. And also the Vietnamese. First of all, the Spring Festival originated in China. So, if it's not called Chinese New Year, what should it be called? I'm speaking English right now. English originated in England, but now people all over the world use it. So why doesn't anyone jump out and shout, English shouldn't be called English. It's not just used in England, it should be called Globalish. What? You think the Spring Festival isn't exclusive to China? You have this traditional for ages? Fine, let's leave aside the fact that Korea and Vietnam were both one Chinese vassal states. Let's just talk about Lunar New Year. I have seen you guys even steal Chinese culture incompletely. The lunar calendar, which you think of, is called 农历 in Chinese. But in English, lunar calendar refers to a calendar based solely on the phases of the moon, not considering the sun's movement, and therefore cannot correspond to the seasons. For example, the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar. The lunar calendar appeared in many regions, including China during the Xia dynasty around 3000 BCE, but it wasn't inclusive to China, and China no longer uses it. However, the Chinese calendar, or 农历, should be called lunisolar calendar in English. It was invented by China around 104 BCE during the Western Han dynasty. It is the only lunisolar calendar in the world, which considers both the moon and the sun's movement, always correlating with the seasons. This is what gives rise to China's unique 24 solar terms, themes linked to Chinese agricultural practices, and ensure that the Spring Festival always falls in late winter and early spring. But Koreans can't even calculate when the Spring Festival is. They rely on China's astronomical my English not good. They rely on China's astronomical observatories or the publicly available algorithms of the Chinese calendar to get a date for the Spring Festival. As for Vietnam, they don't even have winter. A sad reality is that when one civilization shines too brightly, everyone influenced by it wants to claim it as their own. Ancient Greece fell, and modern Greece considers themselves descendants of ancient Greece. Ancient Rome fell, and every country around the Mediterranean region considers themselves descendants of ancient Rome. Unfortunately, China never fell. So every former vassal state desperately wants to distance itself from China, but can't escape China's cultural influence. So they end up naming the culture and calling it their own. Of course, Korea hasn't only stolen Chinese culture, but that's a topic for another time, because that would take up another huge chunk of time. So you can imagine, if China had fallen, they would all be fighting to claim they are the descendants of China. I'm not saying Koreans and Vietnamese are thieves or bad people. Of course, some are bad, but my hope is that everyone can live in harmony and stop stealing and fighting. Just because someone yells louder doesn't mean they are right, although sometimes yelling louder does help. I used to not care about these things, but Korea's voice has gotten so loud that some people are starting to believe certain things are true. So I think we need to raise our voice a bit. So, Chinese New Year, Spring Festival, 春节, Lunisolar New Year. They are all correct, and they all come from China. They all refer to the Chinese Spring Festival, but not lunar, because the lunar calendar cannot calculate the date of the Chinese Spring Festival.